Hey, boys and girls, welcome back to Pokémon Violet. In the last episode, we finished our adventures in the world of paradoxical Pokémon, finding and capturing both the prehistoric and futuristic nightmares of both games, as well as quelling the anger of the other Koraidon and Miraidon that was left in the depths of the Era Zero's massive crater, just waiting for its chance to inevitably strike. And, honestly, most importantly of all, capturing ourselves a shiny prehistoric Jigglypuff, also known as a Screamtail. So yeah, definitely quite an eventful episode for the last one. But with our prehistoric and futuristic adventures now officially over, we now officially begin the post-game of the game, since there is no more Paradox Pokemon within the game whatsoever, since we've done everything for those, since obviously there's some in Scarlet and some in Violet, and each professor has every single one for their game. And maybe in the future there will be more, but for the time being, we've literally done all of them. But the thing is we still have a little bit left to do when it comes to catching Pokemon. We still have the legendaries that apparently are locked behind, special, keys you have to pick up throughout the ground. We'll do that later, but yeah, apparently there's a lot to unpack with that. And honestly, if we get to Kofu, I'll show you exactly, just as a reminder for you guys, before we do eventually go and do that, since there is one right behind Kofu's gym. But with that being said, honestly, I think it's time for us to begin our gym rematch, since, well, in order to unlock the Uva Academy's little battle tournaments, we have to actually go through and rematch all the gyms. And honestly, fighting the gyms at their highest possible level is honestly pretty cool. So with that being said, our first stop is the Sugarbug Katie at Cortondo Gym. So honestly, let's see what we got for ourselves, since, let's be honest here, she's definitely ready for Geeta's little challenge, let's be honest here, because she did, she was supposed to be the one doing this, to be completely honest. And, well, let's be honest here, we ended up taking the task, so Geeta has less work. Because she has a lot of work, let's be honest here, from what we were told. She's literally taking care of the school as the administrative leader, so there's definitely quite a lot there. But here we go.
Hello there, my name is Katie. I'm the owner of the pastry soap dairy. The new champion everybody's talking about. Is it actually you, sweetie?
It sure is. That's me, the new champion. Yep, it sure is. Nice to see you since the very beginning of our adventure.
Hooray. I guessed correctly. I suppose that makes sense, though. You sure were strong. You really look like you were enjoying yourself. When you tried my sweet treats, too. People like that always have great potential. So, you're here on the errand for top champion, are you?
Yep, we definitely are. You weren't prepared for Geeta, though, to be completely fair, so hopefully you didn't change your team to be able to fight Geeta's team.
I had completely forgotten that she was supposed to be going around for inspections. Thankfully, I just happened to be here today to give cakes to my staff. Phew, lucky me. Very well, then. Is it time for me to get a taste of a new champion's strength?
Yes, it is. So, let's get our first little fight in. I wonder if, they're gonna have 6 Pokemon or not. Because the thing is, I remember some of the rematches not having 6 Pokemon in Brilliant Diamond. For some reason. I don't know why they didn't, but it was a little weird. But, honestly, if they do join the tournament, they might have them then. But, I'm wondering if they'll already have them. I hope they do. But if they don't, it's all good, because we will be doing at least, we'll be doing the tournament at least once, I would think. Just to at least try it, because I don't know how it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be like Palmer's Battle League or anything like that, so I'm just being honest. If it's like a normal battle thing where we actually get to know, cheating shenanigans from the game, then yeah, obviously we'll do it a couple times. But honestly, I have no clue how it's going to be, because this is literally my first experience with this game, so we're literally, always been trudging through, foggy weather this entire time when it came to everything. Like, I had no idea what we were getting ourselves into, and honestly, it's been a fun ride ever since. So, I'm gonna be honest, it's, no matter what, we've been having a fun time. But let's continue.
Hehe, but what fun. Let's go somewhere more suited for battling then.
Okay, and here we go, we're jumping right into the sugar bug. So it looks like we will be able to do my plan then, because I was going to do what we were going to do with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, where we did half and half in 2 episodes, because we were able to obviously do 4 gyms in an episode, in those episodes, so it might be easier to do it that way, so it looks like we'll be able to do it here as well, which is good.
I remember your olive rolling prowess. Very well, Spooks. You had such vigor. It was almost as if you had terrassolated into a fighting type yourself. How many gyms had you been to when you first came here to mine? Was it your first?
Yep, it was.
The Cortando gym is close to the academy. So many young trainers, just starting out, like to come here first. With that in mind, Mo Primera asked me to go soft on trainers, like a nice sponge cake. I feel sad for my sweet little bugs, though, since that means they quite often lose their battles.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate for them.
But opportunities like this get me excited, because I can finally show my true skills. Allow me to lead you into submission.
Okay, here we go. And this time she's going all out, since usually she goes easy on anybody that comes to her gym, because everyone that comes to her gym is more than likely brand new. So, obviously, since she's the first gym leader. So, here we go. Now we actually get to see her real strength. You were challenged by gym leader Katie, also known as the Sugar Bug. And she's got a low kicks. Okay. And I believe it's actually supposed to be a locust. Obviously, it's in the name.
Don't expect me to be sweet today, and don't cry when you taste better defeats.
Okay, fair enough. Well, we do have a fire type, so we're good against bug anyways, but it is a dark... Oh, it's a bug dark type. I didn't actually realize that. I always thought it was fighting type. Which probably is better that it's a dark type, because then you don't do 4 times effectiveness damage. And you're actually, technically, getting rid of psychic. So, that's pretty good. But let's see here. Honestly, Bitter Blade is probably the best thing to do here. We're going to play it safe. We're going to play to our advantages. Well, we know what they're weak to. And if we have the advantage, we'll definitely take advantage of it. Since, we are definitely going to be playing exactly at our full strength too. We're not going to go easy on them, right? So, okay, Fortress. This was a Pokemon I saw in between episodes. Obviously, it's an old Pokemon. But I always thought it didn't make sense to be, a Steel type, because, it is a Steel type, it's Bug Steel. And in this game, it actually makes a lot more sense to me. Because if you look at it, when we get a good look at it, you can actually see the metallic inner to it. And that's actually really cool. Because in the older games, I never understood why this Pokemon was a Steel type. Just because it didn't have any metal on it, so I was always confused about it. But that's actually really cool, and I think it had sturdy. Yes, it does. Because we should be 4 times effectiveness, so... But here we go, Curse. Obviously not a ghost type, so it doesn't lose HP, but it does gain stats for losing speed. But only in attack and defense. The thing is that doesn't really help him anyways, because he's slower than me already, and he's on 1 HP anyways, so... Sorry, Fortress, but that's a cool new Pokemon for Katie, though, because she didn't have that before. So, brand new Pokemon for her. Heracross. Okay, we should have a flying type move, don't we? If we don't need to swap. And it doesn't look like we do. But we do have, we have Wing Attack. So we can swap into Donald here. So we'll send Grim back to the party. And then we'll send out Donald. Because we do have the 4-time effectiveness against Heracross because bug fighting. So might as well take advantage of that 4 times weakness. But she didn't have a Heracross as well, so another new Pokemon. And she does only have 5 Pokemon, so she's missing 1. So if she does appear in the tournaments, she will have a final Pokemon, I would think. So, interesting. And it looks like she ended up evolving her Tarantula, which is pretty cool, because obviously Nimble evolved into Low Kicks, And then, obviously, her little tarantula evolved into Spidops. And then she had a Teddy Ursa, didn't she, as her final Pokemon originally? I'm wondering if that's still on her team. It probably is. Thing is I believe, if I remember correctly, based on our Jeff the Spider from the our original team, all the way back in the very beginning, until we eventually got rid of him, and then threw him back into the boxes. But he should be a bug type, like pure bug type, but he's really slow and he doesn't really have many stats. So we should be able to catch him off guard. He didn't go for a special ability. Okay then, I'm surprised about that one, because it has a protect where it obviously can protect and then lower your speed if you physically attack it. But it means you have to physically attack the Pokemon. But she does have her Teddy Ursa, but it obviously evolved, being an Ursaring. So, let's see here. She's gonna Terrasilize more than likely, so let's keep it out.
Perseverance is important for bug types. It's time to leap right into victory.
I'd like to see you try. And you did give the Pounce TM, so that's actually funny that you said leap into victory. But let's definitely go Terrasilization into Bitter Blade, since she's 100% going to Terrasilize as well. So let's be smart, prepare for anything that she might throw, and as long as we do that, we'll be perfectly fine for whatever Pokemon typing she's going to turn Ursaring into, because obviously it's going to turn into a different type.
My sweet little bear, show me a new form if you were a bug emerging from its cocoon.
Okay, so Ursaring, I hope you're ready, buddy, because, I'm gonna be honest, you should be a bug type, because this being Bug Gym. But here we go. Good old crown of, honestly, antenna, I guess you could say, but technically you could also say it's kind of like a butterfly crown as well, based on the antennas that are coming out of the bug version of the Terrasilization, as well as the little wings. But down goes Ursaring in one-hit KO, and down goes Katie. I'm wondering if Kofu's going to be as tough as he was our first time round, because Kofu was the one we actually had problems with. And then, I'll be honest, if you're starting with Sprigatito, Katie's actually one of the harder ones if you don't, pre-train before the gym. If you're going straight to her, she's actually really hard if you don't prepare for her gym, which is interesting. So, in Scarlet, the one we did for, endgame, as well as doing the prehistoric Pokemon catching, my, Xander / my Meowscarda actually ended up having troubles with her gym when I went straight to hers, just to be completely honest, which was kind of funny. But after that, everything else was breeze, because obviously I was allowed to, go and ultra level my Pokemon, speedrun through the game as fast as I possibly wanted to, and do everything I wanted to. But the first one was actually really tough, just because of the grass typing of Sprigatito going up against Bug Gym. But honestly, it was a fun gym, nonetheless. But in this adventure, obviously, we did pretty good on both sides. But down goes Katie the Sugar Bug, and our first rematch is now officially over.
I see you've emerged from your chrysalis and become a beautiful new you.
Thanks, Katie. But I must bid you adieu, and we need to get on to our next challenge. Oh, we got a little bit after. That's actually pretty cool.
That was quite the battle. I must say that your skill rivals that of even La Primera. How sweet it is to battle without holding back, even if I end up losing. I am beginning to think that going too soft on people means being no good for either party. My culinary teacher, Mr. Kofu, did tell me to put more of myself into my baking after all.
Oh, that's cool. Your teacher was Kofu. That's interesting.
I think I may try conducting battles in more of my own style from now on. If trainers complain that Cortando Gym is suddenly more difficult, I'll just tell them that not all pastries are sweet. Goodbye for now. I hope to see you again sometime soon.
Okay, apparently her gym's actually going to be harder now. That's interesting, so we directly impacted her gym's difficulty, which is kind of funny. I wonder if we say we want a rematch, Let's see here. Congratulations, you're now certified by the Cortando Gym. Okay. So, those guys aren't how you do it. But that's interesting, though, that she says that. So, in the future of Paldea, she wouldn't be the first gym leader anymore. Which is interesting. Very, very interesting. But Cortando Gym is now done. And obviously, we're following order. So next is Bracius. And there is no little blurbs for them. Obviously, it just says go and rematch the gym. So I'm just letting you guys know. And that's the reason why I'm not rereading the little blurbs there. Because I can show you real quick. Just in case you guys are curious of what it really says. But basically, battle the gym leader and of the artisan gym. So pretty much just says go and battle them again. And then, do what you need to do. But obviously, because it is a grass-type leader, obviously keeping Grim out is actually still smart. So, honestly, Bracius, I hope you're ready, because we already have our team ready for you, bud. And I think our Pokemon are fully healed, so we're perfectly fine to jump right in. So, Bracius, I hope you're ready, buddy. Because honestly, it's been a long time coming to rematch you, to be completely honest. The verdant virtuoso. Avant-garde. Avant-garde indeed. You're Spooks new. You're the oldest Spooks god. My name's Spooks. It's a champion, actually. Yeah, my name's Spooks indeed. That is of new consequence. Each time I recall Lunatic battle, I found myself wishing to face you again once again. I am so very glad that you are here. Praise Mother Nature. I had planned to meet with the top champion today, but I have just now cancelled that plan. Shall we instead talk of art together? Of course, Bracius. I really like Bracius as gym leader. He reminds me of Yosuke from Persona 5, if you guys are wondering. It gives me like a weird nostalgia, obviously from a completely different game series, but it reminds me of him. What? You came in the top champion's stead. Well, I cannot be bothered by that. I don't care what the reason is. If we can make a masterpiece together once more, then fine. Well then, Spooks, are you ready to open wide a door to the world of art? Of course. Let's do it, Bracius. Avant-garde. Well, very well then. Let us head to my studio. Your studio? You mean your battlefield? Of course. Let's get on over there then. Unless he really means a studio. But obviously I feel like it's obviously where his little battlefield is. So it would be different though. It would be kind of cool to have like a secondary challenge for every gym. But yeah, I kind of felt like his studio would be his little battlefield. Behold Spooks, a sight of artisans windmill. It catches the winds and blows across Paldea, and slowly yet powerfully spins ever on. My leaping down from that windmill to appear before those who challenge my gym lends to an added depth to our battles. I see. That's pretty cool. I knew you would understand my reasoning, Spooks. Though I believe I can spare my legs today, as we are sure to create my greatest masterpiece yet, even if I do not alight from above. What? I digress. We are both artists, are we not? We now have no further use for words now. I assume you're ready. Let us collaborate, and let our collaborative work of art begin. Okay, Bracius. Here we go. You and your little thorn whip. And also, no superhero landing this time. But here we go. You're challenged by Gym Leader Bracius. Let's see what he has now. Oh, he has a Lilligant. I really like that Pokemon, so that's actually really cool to see he has that. You just ponder the art as we will create together, Spooks. Okay. Well, I'll definitely try to help you with that art here, buddy. But, in order to create this art, I need to burn your Lilligant to complete and utter ash. I'm sorry there, buddy. But, down goes your Lilligant. We're playing for keeps now. Ooh, Serena. Okay. That was grass fighting, right? I think it is. That's the one with the boots, right? From Sun and Moon? I think it is. It's in this game as well, obviously. But I'm trying to remember if that is the name of it. I think it is. I think I am remembering right. It's kind of like a Queenly Pokemon, based on how it's like, it's kind of airs. Yeah, it's the same one. Okay, I thought so. This should be a grass fighting type. So 4 times... Oh, maybe not. Okay, well, Chop Kick. Wow, okay, that did a little bit more damage than I was expecting. And drops attack. Okay, then. Am I really remembering the typing of this ring wrong? I swear it was grass fighting. Weird. Well, maybe it learns fighting type moves. That's why I'm getting confused, maybe. Because I used to have this Pokemon on, obviously not in videos, obviously, but it was one of my first Pokemon in Sun and Moon that I used on my original team back when I was a little kid. Or, not little kid, obviously, but littler than I am now. But, Arboliva, one of our Pokemon, so obviously we should know how to deal with the outlaw Pokemon. So, thing is, in this case, I think it's just better... We could go for Fighting Weakness. You know what? Let's go Fighting Weakness here. Just because it is a normal type, so technically we can keep Donald out to do close combat. So, let's just go with the safe option here. Obviously, give it a nice couple whacks, and knock it on out. Sorry, Arboliva, but we know that Pokemon from inside and out. But we did give you Seed Sower. But the thing is you're not gaining any benefits at the current moment from it. Since, for the time being, you will get a little bit of, HP back. But here we go, Breloom. I'm gonna say Breloom is a grass fighting type. I'm 100% on this one. I remember this type like the back of my hand, because Breloom is a Pokemon I really, really like. So, Wing Attack is perfectly fine here. So, 4 times effectiveness. Down goes Breloom. It's a fast and physically strong Pokemon, but it is not a tank. So, easily we can deal with them. But down goes Breloom. We're still getting free HP. And here comes the Sudowoodo. Or, in the case of our first time fighting off with the Verdanfortroso, also known as Bracius, it was called, wasn't it Truly Wudo? But, let's see here. We don't really have any other options when it comes to Pokemon that are effective against. So I guess we'll just go back into Grimm here. Just because Grimm is better of an option here. Thing is because of Seed Sower in the grassy terrain, Sudowoodo is going to get extra. This book of concept is a deep-rooting nature plant, and Briar's thorns are not easily walked through. And here we go, Sudowoodo. And now we just need to prepare for his terrestrialization, go straight into Bitter Blade, and prepare for whatever Sudowoodo wants to try. Also, the rain is a nice touch for the grass gym here. Obviously, it just started randomly raining, but it actually is pretty fitting. Although it's gonna drop my damage with my fire, isn't it? Because I'm pretty sure that does that. Because it raises water type. I do hope this work lives up to my expectations. I shall call the Sudowoodo Part 2. Part 2. But yeah, rain should be weakening fire and raising water damage. And then for, obviously, Sunny Day, it would lower water damage, but raise fire damage. So we need to be careful. Also, I like how the crown covers Sudowoodo's face, which is actually kind of funny. It's like a mask, which is kind of funny, but sturdy. Of course you have sturdy. But we should be fine. My dear grass grew, I see. Heed my wishes and grew. Okay, Trailblaze. Well, Trailblaze is physical. We're a fire-type Pokemon, we shouldn't have any problems with Trailblaze. Although he is faster now. But the thing is although Sudowoodo is a very fast Pokemon in the overworld, it is not that fast in the game. So, honestly, Bitterblade should be easily able to compete with the Mass Sudowoodo here. And down goes Bracius, just like so. And, although he did definitely go all out, he did do a little bit of damage to us. So, I will give him that. But, I feel like he definitely still has one thing up his sleeve, if we do get to fight him again. But, down goes Bracius, in his little champion rematch here. All fault gold. I like how we put his little in there for avant-garde. But, down goes Bracius, sorry buddy. And it's still raining, which is kinda cool. Seeing you in the midst of battle, you're like a unique gradient, subtly changing hues. Righteous and yet gentle, such contrast I lack the words to express it. My hat goes off to you. What hat? What is your thorny hair, a hat now, buddy? Obviously, it's metaphorical, but still. My battles with you are truly a gift. Each time I am made to remember how I felt so long ago. When I first ventured into this world vault.
Well, it's good to hear.
I almost forgot. You were here for the gym inspection in the top champion steed, correct?
Yep, that is true.
That is of no consequence. Report on my gym, here as you see fit. Oh, my inspiration is overflowing as if drawn from a bottomless well. I will begin on a new piece at once. You must excuse me. Farewell.
Farewell. We'll see you later, Bracius. If we do get the chance to rematch you in this tournament of tournaments, honestly, it would definitely be pretty cool. Unless I'm thinking maybe if they don't appear there, you can rematch them again. But I'm gonna say maybe it's kind of like in Brilliant Diamond in some of the older games where you wait a day and they reappear in that room. But you have to complete the gym inspection first, I think. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but I'm not sure, 100%. But it's a very good guess, for sure. But down goes Bracius, and now we need to head off to our next one. And I forgot it was over here, in Levincia. So, good old Iono, the supercharged streamer. And honestly, let's be honest here, there's a voice that I need to prep for, because Iono, I gave her a really high-pitched voice, and, I just need to prepare myself mentally to do it, I'm gonna be honest. And, okay, so we didn't heal after doing Cortando. I thought we did. I guess we didn't take any damage, which I didn't even realize. But let's definitely heal up real quick, too. Just so we're fully healed. And then we'll head right on over to Iono. Just so we're perfectly ready. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, she was electric. So we want to either go with, obviously, our immune to electric damage, or we want to go into Mars, I think, in this case, which is not a bad idea. So Mars or Sammy. I'm going to say we'll start with Mars, because Sammy is more of a setup Pokemon, / a tanky Pokemon to prepare for stronger Pokemon that might end up, smacking it around a little bit. But the thing is, it's not an easy Pokemon to smack around. It's got a decent amount of special defense. It's not the highest special defense on our team, but it's still pretty high up there. It's higher than Ryuji and, well, technically even Sylvia here. But the thing is, well, it's not that much higher. It's by 1. So, a little bit lower stats. It's like 470 something, I believe, or 480, 490. And our other Pokemon are like 530, 540 stats throughout the, all the different types of stuff we can have, like HP, attack, defense, and they're evenly distributed there. But the thing is because Quagsire and Clodsire have the exact same stat amount, that is a big reason. But it's not a bad thing, because Quagsire is used quite a lot, isn't it? So you can still use Clodsire, and it's pretty good. It's a poison ground type. There's definitely a use for him. And this guy's over here. His weird little, head vest thing. I do not understand the idea of having little heads on the vest. But, for some reason the Pokemaniacs in this game have them. They're pretty interesting, though. But here we go. Mira, your eyeballs are mine. Can I electro them? Who's what's it? I don't know.
Well, hello, Iono. I'm not who you were expecting.
Hello, ciao, inventory. You're Geeta?
It's me, Spooks. She sent me instead.
See what? You just became a champion. You are here helping out our Primera. Maybe just doing your gym test like yesterday. You're really kicking butt out there.
Yep, We definitely are.
Wait, so basically, what you're telling me is that right now is the perfect time for us to collab. I can see it now. I'll be more popular than ever.
Okay. I always forgot how, eccentric she is.
Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down, Window. Since you're here to do the inspection for Geeta, I'm gonna give you a show you'll never forget. I know about you, but I think it's about time we got down to it. What do you say?
I guess so. Let's do it.
Yes, here we go. Off to Battle Land.
Off to Battle Land indeed. Time for some Mario Party, I guess. But here we go. Good ol' Iono. And honestly, I'm wondering what her team's gonna consist of now. Because the thing is, she actually had a decent team to begin with. So I'm wondering what she traded out. And what she decided to keep.
Hello, only Cowan Bundoy. Welcome to the Iono Zone. It's me, Iono. Today's guest is Arven speaking newest champion Spooks. You gone viral among the gym leaders, Brendo. You all, were talking about recently. I remember your gym test well. It was shocking. This stream's gonna trend like crazy. I can't wait to see those viewers' numbers go up. Alright, here we go. God's chemistry up just how I like it. I know about you all, but I'm ready to get this battle started. We'll come to stream gym leaders. I know the battles like you've never seen before.
Okay, well here we go. I'm actually surprised, because I know those are hairpins, but I'm surprised that there wasn't a Paldean version of Magnemite to match the idea of Iono's hairpins. I'm really surprised about that. Maybe in the future there will be a blue and pink Magnemite with little mini magnets. That would be pretty cool. But for the time being, there isn't one, but it would be pretty cool though. But here we go, Gym Leader Iono. Let's see what Kilowattrel. Okay, we know this Pokemon. It's on our Scarlet team. And honestly, for the most part,
time to get put in my serious face, eyes wide open like Magnemite so you don't miss a thing.
But yeah, I should easily know this Pokemon because obviously, well, we were using one in Scarlet and we use it for a little, a couple episodes for you guys. So, Gigawatts, okay, which is the name of ours, the Kilowattrel, okay. Well, that is a electric flying type. We couldn't have used, so good thing we didn't start with Sammy, because Sammy's Earthquake wouldn't even have hit. So, good thing we were on Mars here. Thing is this is 80% accuracy, so it might hit, may not. Tailwind. Okay. Well, that could help me. Oh, that charges your wind power? That's interesting. I did not know that you could do that like that. Okay then, you learn something new every day. I was wondering how wind power worked, because I never got it to really work for me. But belly bots. We're gonna keep out Mars here, because Mars is obviously pretty good, but she kept her belly bot though. Okay, she had a Luxio, didn't she? I could have sworn she did, so I'm wondering if she's gonna have a Lux right now, or if she's not using it anymore. And we barely avoided a Thunder there, that was close. Also, I like how Core is eating some Fruit Loops in the background in one of those ads. Also, I like how Bracious is watching too, technically, in one of the ads as well. But here we go with the Thunder. Ouchie. We don't have any special defense, so that hits like a truck, but that's also with Bellybot's special ability too. So, Electromorphosis did actually add to that. Oh, all the starters, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool, random occurrence. I wonder how rare it is to get all of them to be the same exact one. Because I'm pretty sure it could possibly happen. It's probably like a DVD logo hitting the corner. But it's still pretty interesting. But Electrode. Okay. Well, she didn't have a Voltorb before, so now she has Electrode. I'm going to say Mars is probably weak enough to need to go away for now. But thank you, Mars, for helping us out with the first two Pokemon. And let's start preparing for anything else she might throw at us. But Electrode is a Electro type, obviously. but it's a fast electric type, so it's going to be really, really fast. So we need to be careful. Foul play, dark type move. Physical, though. Why are you using physical moves on Electrode? Aren't you supposed to use special attack? I always thought you were. It learns Explosion, but I always thought Electrode of, like, special attacker. Okay, weird. Well, we get a little bit of HP because of Black Sludge, and Tailwind's now gone, so that's good. And she does have a X-Ray. Okay, so I was right on that one. So, pretty interesting she ended up keeping it, though. But dropping our attack, we do need that, but it's not the worst case scenario if we do lose it. Psychic Fangs is definitely something we don't need to be dealing with, though. Because that is a Psychic type move, obviously super effective to Sammy. And Sammy might actually go down if Iono goes for Psychic Fangs again. And she probably will. No, she's going Ice Fang, which is also super effective. Okay then, interesting. She was ready for Sammy this time, which is interesting to know. Obviously, Luxray can learn all the Fang moves, but still. I'm gonna say let's go into Sylvia here, just because let's give Sylvia a little bit of love, because she is our MVP of our team, and we gotta use her a little bit, right? Well, let's see here. I'm gonna say let's go Foul Play here. I think that's a good option, because then we don't waste Gigaton Hammer, because we save that for the final hits, I think, if we need to. Thing is it probably wouldn't be smart to do so, but here we go. Her final Pokemon, she did keep her Miss Magius. So here we go. Thing is Miss Magius is... Since this electric, it's probably not the best thing. Trying to think of how we do this. Let's go into Ryuji. So we use our whole team today. Obviously we're going to use Ryuji when we get to Kofu, but I want to use Ryuji for the final fight here. Just because our Terror ability does technically give us a bonus here.
Okay, Spooks, quick hide in the limelight and let me show you a shiny video.
Yeah, not gonna happen, I don't know. We're gonna completely shining bright on top of your team and completely decimating your team one by one. Sorry about that one. But we're definitely gonna go Terror Blast, I think, here. Just so we can use our same type attack boost.
Come for shining like a light bulb, and eventually leads me to victory.
Okay. Well, apparently she wants to become Ben Franklin. So, here we go. Creating the light bulb, and preparing for a nice little supercharged electric battle with this Miss Magius. And honestly, I have a feeling because of the fact that we are Dragon, I think if I remember correctly, we should be able to take advantage of the fact that, well, Dragon should resist electric. So as long as she doesn't use, like, ice or fairy, we should be fine. So let's see her Mystical Fire. Well, that definitely works for us. Good thing we did that, because, oh, special attack went down. That's unfortunate, but we do have Seed Sower, so we can still use our, obviously our Grass-type moves and get bonuses from them. So obviously, technically we're Grass and Dragon-type at the current moment, since obviously we can take full advantage of our Seed Sower. And we do have a Life Orb, so it's good to have Seed Sower, because we're getting our HP back. Okay, I'm thinking it's probably Petal Blizzard time, and I think we can probably, you have Dazzling Gleam. Was not ready for that one, I'm gonna be honest, but Petal Blizzard was enough, Seed Sower did enough, and the Terrestrialization did enough as well. Down goes Miss Magius, and down goes Iono for the third gym completed, meaning we still have one left to do for today, go to Kofu, and after that, we'll be preparing for the end of today's episode, and then, obviously, we're going to be leaving Larry, Grushem, Tulip, and Rhyme for tomorrow. Or, obviously, the next episode, as I should say, but still. Down goes Iono, though.
Chris Brand speaking newest champions, hot stuff.
Okay, yep. I'm definitely hot stuff, I guess. We completely smashed your team in. And down goes the Electric-type Gym Leader, or the Superstar Charged Streamer. But, honestly, still a pretty cool team, nonetheless.
Oh man, I need to have you on losing, but...
But, what?
Look at those viewer numbers. Yeah, I don't know someone's on the roll today. I'm on Cloud 9, no Cloud 10. Having someone this property do on my screen is a great idea. And Timmy likes to eat it, your internet's mad at me.
Okay then, that's an interesting way to say it.
We should go on like this regularly. Don't go repairing on any other channels though.
Can't promise you on that one.
Alright, I know about you, but I'm done. Tell La Primera when it's a sensation that it was okay. Your eyeballs are mine. Cut my electroweb. Who's the what's Iono signing off?
Okay, signing off with Iono Show. I like how it even still does her little sign-off thing and everything. It's actually a pretty nice touch that they actually keep that, not just for her gym challenge / her actual original gym fight. It's actually pretty cool. But down goes another gym leader, leaving us with only one left. The crashing waves, or the raging storm, that I like to call good old Kofu. And I'm trying to remember exactly what his name was, specifically. That's a one person that I can't remember their name, because obviously Sub-Zero Surfer, obviously MC of RIP, obviously the Extraordinary Everyman, and then the Bewitching Beauty, or Beautician. But yeah, I'm trying to remember what Kofu was, specifically. I don't know why I'm not remembering him. I was liking to call him the Raging Tides, or like the Raging, or actually, yeah, technically he was a chef too, so technically you could do something with the chef name, but I do not remember what his nickname was. I remember every other one's nickname, but I do not remember Kofu's, which is weird. Wonder why. No, he had one. It's weird. Well, it doesn't really matter, but, you know, I still came up with a cool nickname for him anyways. The Rising Tides, or the Raging Storm, also known as Kofu, is also pretty good, so it doesn't really matter too much. Oh, wait a minute, crap, we gotta heal. We took some damage, so we definitely need to heal. But, because of Cortado, I got a false sense of security when it came to not needing to heal. Also, I'm noticing something on the Pokemon ads. I've never said it before. If you look in the top of the Pokemon Center, of course it disappeared, but I think we can go easily around it and we'll find it if we look hard enough. There it is. This one over here, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be Blue, or even Gary. I'm pretty sure, because that hairstyle is very specific, which is actually pretty cool to have a little reference to either Blue or Gary in this game. Because the thing is Blue and Gary look very similar in their hairstyles, but Gary was only in Pokemon Yellow and the anime. So, obviously, you know, it's going to be more of a chance that it's Blue. It's still pretty cool, though, nonetheless. And since I did say we would go over here before we go to Kofu's gym, just to remind you guys what it is for the legendaries, it's this thing. Apparently these are for the legendaries. And there's a bunch of them around the map. I've seen multiple ones now. And if you find all of them, I believe this little... I think I can give you guys a better way of doing this for how you can see it, because the symbol on it actually is very, very important, I'm pretty sure. Because, well, apparently I'm still too close. I thought it was further away, but there we go. This symbol on the front, there's like little circles, or like vault-looking things, in the middle of like certain areas, and I'm pretty sure that's what these open. So I'm guessing we need to find all of these. Obviously, I think in between episodes before we do this, I'm going to collect all of the different like keys here and pull them out of the ground. And obviously, I'm going to show you a map of where every single one is, or maybe I'll save one and then show the map, just so you guys can see at least one of the keys, so you can kind of understand for each one. But yeah, apparently you need to find all these keys to open up the legendaries. And there's 4 different versions of it, so I'm guessing you need to find all the versions of that specific legendary to open up its vault door, is what I'm understanding. But still, pretty cool though. But with that being said, now we prepare for... Actually, wasn't he the seaside chef or something like that, or the surging chef? I think that's what his nickname actually was. But I'm going to still call him the Raging Storm, just because I felt like it was good. But, Ryuji's probably our only Pokemon we can really use here. Sammy, too, because of Water Absorb. But I'm going to go with Ryuji here for our start, just to be prepared. And then, obviously, we'll see what he has. He's obviously going to still have Chromometable, though. So they all have their main Pokemon. Because, obviously, Kade had her Teddy Ursa evolving Ursaring. We had Sudowoodo still with Bracius. Iono still had her Mischievous. So, obviously, Kofu would still have Chromometable. So we know one of the Pokemon. What is the final Pokemon? Let's go say hi to Kofu.
Hey, step right up. Welcome to the Cassiopeia Gym.
Hey, Kofu, long time no see, buddy.
Voting Veluza. Look who it is. I was expecting someone else.
The top champion? I came instead. Sorry there, Kofu.
I see. Miss Geeta put you off to this, did she? It feels like just yesterday that you were out collecting your badges, and now look at ya. Already a champion rank trainer. You're like one of those fish Pokemon that completely changes shape and name as it is. As it evolves all full of life. What a great catch.
So you're comparing me to a Magikarp. Okay, well, probably a good one. Because, Magikarp does become a completely different Pokemon. Let's be completely there, honest there, with Gyarados. But, pretty cool, description of how to say it.
And now this, all promising up-and-comer. Here's to test my abilities himself. Don't worry, this old man's used to facing harsh reviewers. Part of the restaurant business, of course. Alrighty then, you ready to battle this old man, and see if he still is fit to be called gym leader?
Of course, sir. But you're obviously fit to be a gym leader. You were our strongest opponent, in my honest opinion. We had the hardest time with Kofu, so, honestly, he'll be fine. I'm 100% on that one.
That's what I like to hear right this way.
Okay, Kofu. Let's do him. But yeah, we need to be careful with Kofu, because Kofu was actually an opponent that actually made us try even harder. But Aerie was too, technically, but she wasn't a gym leader. She was obviously Team Star's bosses, but still. Kofu was definitely one of those trainers that actually was a little tough, so we need to be very careful with him.
Ever since you fought for the choice seaweed, for me all my dishes using it has been big hits. Thanks for that. Guess it's no surprise you did so well, with that being worthy of champion. Goodness gracious, but do I ever meet all kinds of people while doing this job?
That's good to hear.
I've seen people like yourself, who run full speed ahead like a raging river, and plenty of people who settle down like a cold lake. We older folk tend to prefer the latter, of course, but this old man himself finds that a bit dull. Rivers flow into the ocean, and water then climbs up into the clouds and becomes rain. I am Kofu the Cold Torrent, ever changing just like the water. Now come see what I am made of.
Okay, Kofu, let's do this. You and your, Wave of Kanagawa, little beard and eyebrow and unibrow thing going on your head. But, honestly, I really like it, because it does really remind me of the painting for the Great Wave of Kanagawa. But here we go, Gym Leader Kofu. And let's see what he's got. He has Veluza still. Okay, so he still has his Veluza, which obviously it's in his little saying there.
Good ingredients don't need to cover no spices. Get ready for fresh roll, or just perfectly made Veluza.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. I'm gonna say let's just go Giga Drain here. Psycho Cunts. Thankfully, we're not weak to that, but we do get Seed Sower for free because obviously it hit us. so we get full bonuses from this. So let's definitely take advantage with Giga Drain there. Take any kind of free HP we can get for Ryuji, because Ryuji's definitely going to want it. But down goes Veluza, and down goes his first Pokemon. Easy peasy. And that's a stronger Pokemon, but we definitely need to be careful with it nonetheless. Okay, here we go with Pelipper. Pelipper is a water flying type. We don't really have electric, so we can't take advantage of that, really. But we still can do something. Pelipper is going to take out the grass weakness of himself, though. But he is starting Rain. Interesting. If we had Hurricane / Gigawatt for, from Scarlet, I think we'd easily be able to take advantage of the Rain here with Hurricane, but the thing is normally for Rain, for Electric-type Pokemon, you want to be using, like, Thunder, because Thunder hits all the time in Rain. So, better to use Thunder than to use Hurricane in that scenario, but definitely pretty good still. Okay, here we go with Clawtizer. Obviously the evolution of, trying to remember the pre-evolution of it, but it's a little short guy, Clauncher. That's it. But here we go, Clawtizer. It's also a fast Pokemon. Also a really cool Pokemon to have the shiny for. But down goes Clawtizer. Still doing good. We're getting a lot of bonuses from this Giga Drain. If we had the one item where we can gain more HP from Giga Drain, we probably could take even more advantage from it. But the thing is we're getting so much HP back from just in general from Giga Drain / Seed Sower. So we're getting a lot back. So we're doing really good with Ryuji here. We're just gonna keep stalling. Just stay out here, Ryuji. You got this, buddy. You can survive at least one more Pokemon, I think. Throat Chomp. Thankfully we're not using anything sound-based, or that would be bad. But down goes one trio, and down goes another of Kofu's team. Sorry there, Kofu. We have to completely decimate your team if we want to get through this. But one more Pokemon, and what does Kofu have for us left? Because let's be honest here, Crabominable would normally be what it would be, but did he change it up? Nope, he still has Crabominable, so they all have their special Pokemon then. So obviously Grusha would have Altarium, Tulip will have her Florges, Rhyme would have her Toxicity, and then Larry would have his Staraptor then. Got it. Okay, good to know. But here we go, Crabominable. So, Crabominable is faster than me, right?
Guard batten down. The hatches and prepare for a storm. This is what makes battling exciting.
Okay, Crabominable. Here we go. He's obviously gonna terrestrialize the Pokemon. I'm saying we save off on terrestrialization, so let's let him go.
Crabominable terrestrialization. Thing outside the crowd trap I see.
Okay, outside the crab trap you say, Kofu? Let's see what you got here, buddy. It's actually kind of funny he says crab trap, because it is a crab. But, here we go. Terrestrialize Crabominable, full pure water type. Thing is I'm not sure if we're slower or we're faster, apparently. Okay, well, that's good. Petal Blizzard did just enough, and down goes Crabominable in a 1-to-5 fashion for Ryuji, which is not very often we see Ryuji go full out like that, because Ryuji's a slower Pokemon, so if Ryuji takes full advantage of your team, it's kind of on you on that one, to be honest. But we did better this time with Kofu than we did before, so I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. But sorry, Kofu, we had to do it to you. But honestly, I'm kind of glad we were able to decimate you this time, because you were kind of decimating us before. So now we learned that, how to go against you, which is good.
What a refreshing nurse. My mind's as clear as still water.
Okay, well, it's good to hear there, Kofu. You're a pretty happy champ. But let's see here.
You really put the pressure on. Guess I should have expected no less from someone with the La Primera seal of approval. What a catch. The wildest currents fall, better or worse, pouring everything around them, and have really wild and drastic effects on their surroundings. That makes those friends of yours, who stay by your side, all the more important. Phew, your youthful vigor got my motivation flowing up like the rising tide. Next time you see Miss Geeta, tell her the old man Kofu's flowing, crashing more than ever. Don't forget to tell her, young friend, and come back to see me again, now you're here.
Of course, there, Kofu. You're honestly, the most friendliest of the gym leaders. Obviously, all the gym leaders are pretty friendly. Larry's an exception. He's just trying his best. He is friendly, though. It's just that he's trying his best when it comes to that kind of stuff. Because, he is very overworked, as is. So he's trying to keep up a nice face. But there we go. We beat our 4th gym leader for today. So now we're at the halfway point for our gym rematch. And that being said, the next few is definitely going to be Larry, Rhyme, Tulip, and then obviously Grusha being our final one of our rematches. And then with that being said, we'll be preparing for this, tournament that's going to be going on at the school. Obviously, we still have the Academy stories that we still have to do, the legendaries that we still need to catch, and honestly, we still have quite a lot to do. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. It's been a blast hanging out with you guys, it always is. Keep being spooky, have a wonderful rest of your day, and honestly, with that being said, it's been a blast hanging out with you guys. Keep being spooky, and peace out.
Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.